What's up, y'all? It's BWADE. I'm going to hit you with 5 of my favorite picks for Thursday Night Football. I'm going to walk you through some of the data, the analysis. We're still only 3 weeks in, so there's limited numbers to go off of, but we'll look at some trends. I'll show you why I like these picks and why I've decided to put my money on them. It's always sports gambling, guys. Bet responsibly. Anything can happen. I haven't given out an NFL video in quite a bit. I think this past weekend, Casey did both my NFL videos, so I don't have much to recap there. I'm just going to get right into it. If you guys want to be entered to win the signed Justin Herbert jersey that I'm giving away at the end of the month, just make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. You'll be entered to win that. And then if you want to be entered into VIP for free for a week, all you have to do is sign up on one of these platforms I tell you about, whether it's Onyx or Underdog. You sign up, send me a screenshot on Instagram. I hook you up with a free week of picks. Let's start getting into these, though. So I'm starting out with Kyler Murray over 213.5 passing yards. And, I mean, you look this year, he's only gone over once out of 3 games. But you look towards the end of last year, and he was going over it almost every game. You look head-to-head, he went over it quite significantly in both games against Seattle last year. And I think this is going to be a game where Arizona is going to be playing catch-up. That's just the game script I see in my head. Granted, both these teams are coming in 2-1, but Arizona's 2 wins came against New Orleans and Carolina, which, take it for what it's worth. We're in week 4. Nobody knows who anyone is yet, so we're all still kind of just guessing. But I'm not thinking a ton of Arizona. I think they land somewhere in the middle of the pack and maybe fighting for a wild card spot, but I think Seattle is a bit above them, and I think they're going to be playing from behind. Therefore, I think Kyler Murray's probably going to be airing the ball out a little bit, and considering he hit it in both games against them last year, I like him to come over 213.5 passing yards. That number's not too high. Looking on the other side, Jackson Smith and Jigba has just been a revelation. You look at Arizona's defense, they give up some of the most receiving yards, the second most receiving yards allowed overall in the league, and then they're at like the 5th most receiving yards allowed to wide receivers. JSN has gone over in all 3 games so far this year. He has just been absolutely cooking defenses. I don't see a whole lot of reason to think there's going to be much different here. I'm going to keep playing him until I see any reason not to. He has been a stud this year, especially for fantasy owners. So I am locking in JSN over 83.5 receiving yards. And then, as I told you guys before, I like Seattle in this matchup, so I'm going to take them on the money line in this one. I know it's only a 1.5 point line, but just to get rid of any weird things that might happen at the end, money line's minus 125. I'm taking that, locking it in. You'll see that here. You'll see that stuff on the screen here. I put 100 down to win 600. That is a 6x payout on Onyx. I love this platform. I've been using it for the last couple weeks now. I keep telling you guys about it because it lets you play games with player props. It lets you do parlays or singles. And it lets people in a lot of states where they typically can't play game bets, like Texas and California, they can now on Onyx. And when you sign up using code BWADE and put just $10 on there, they're going to give you $100 to play with for free. That's going to come in 4 $25 bonus bets, right? So you get 4 $25 bonus bets. All you put on there is $10 and use code BWADE. There's a link below in the description. Tap in, take advantage of it. These type of sign-up bonuses aren't going to last all year. It is because it's the beginning of the football season. So take advantage of it. Send me a screenshot on Instagram. I'll hook you up with a free week of VIP. We already have hundreds of people in VIP that have taken advantage of that and have been cashing with us. So I would love to have you take advantage of it as well. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed Justin Herbert jersey. Let's get into these next 2. There's a lot of hype around Trey Benson, as James Conner, we all know, is out now for the year, and Trey Benson has stepped into that starter role. He was a quick grab. If he was on the waiver wire, people were fighting for him. But in this spot, I don't think he gets over 60.5 yards here. I think, like I said before, I see Arizona kind of trying to fight from behind, and the Seattle rush defense isn't terrible. When you come down and look at what they've been giving up so far this year, they've only given up more than 50 yards to one running back, and that was Christian McCaffrey the opening week of the season. Nobody else has gone over 50 against them. He's been a support back up until now, and so It's a little bit different when you're coming in, the defense is already tired, and you're kind of getting those relief runs. But when you're the guy that they're trying to stop, when they're game planning for you, it's a bit different. I don't think he necessarily struggles. I just don't think he goes over 60 yards in this matchup. You look, he went over 60 against New Orleans. Everybody's been crushing New Orleans. But the other two games, he had 14 and then 42 here in this game against San Francisco. I see him staying under 60 yards. And then I'm taking Kenneth Walker to get a touchdown. You look at last year, how he started the season. And, of course, he's had injuries just plague his whole career. But in the first 5 games he played last season, he had 7 touchdowns. Now we come into this season, he has 3 touchdowns in the first 3 games. I like him to get another one here, especially with Zach Charbonnet. Questionable. I'm not sure what that looks like. I haven't looked enough into it, to be honest. But with his availability questionable, I think Kenneth Walker gets all of the goal line touches. I think he gets at least 1 in this matchup. I expect it to be I think it probably goes over. I want to say the over-under is somewhere in the low 40s right now, which is a bit low for me. I think we end up in the mid-40s. I think Kenneth Walker gets a touchdown, and so at plus 116, being the lead back on the team, I think we get at least 1 running back out, or 1 touchdown out of their lead back here. And so I'm taking Kenneth Walker for at least 1 touchdown. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 3.1x for this on Underdog. Underdog is one of the best fantasy apps out there. They give us tons of free picks, tons of profit boosts. They give us a lot of different props you can play for each player. And they have probably one of the best sign-up bonuses for DFS apps out right now. And I know it's not going to last much longer. They sent out an email to let us know. When you sign up using code BWADE and just put $5 on, you're going to get $50 in return. That's 1,000% deposit match, guys. Take advantage of these things. It's so easy. You put $15 down, 10 on Onyx, 5 on Underdog. You get $150 back to play with. And that's enough to put some crazy parlays together and hopefully land one and buy yourself a new Ferrari. So, whatever. Go for it. Put 10 on one, 5 on the other. Send me a screenshot of both, and I'll hook you up with 2 weeks of VIP. Or you can always just sign up using code NFL in the checkout as well for VIP. You'll get 80% off. It'll cost you $10 for a week of picks. But I'd love to help you guys win. There is a serious opportunity to make money in sports betting right now. You just have to know the edges, where to look, where to find value. And my team spends hours of research every week trying to find those edges and help pass that on to you. So jump on the VIT team, start to create some additional income through sports betting, and then don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed Justin Herbert jersey. Appreciate you guys. Let's get some fucking bread.